Alrighty, and we're back. This is another update from my Truggy, JLB Cheetah 21101, I think. And I've been struggling with this thing for a while, on and off, as a pet project. But now I do believe it is very close to being finished once again. I had a few issues. I had something wired backwards and I didn't catch it until I went through 2 PDB boards. So, after much brainstorming, I completely took the thing apart and checked everything, and I found my issue. So, I'm going to give a little bit of an overview here, if I can't screw up my camera, of what I've done. Now, I'm running an Maytech F405 STD flight controller in this, and it's a Maytech PDB, but it's just like a generic, and I don't even think they make it anymore, but it works. It's 12 volt. 12 volt because all my cameras and my VTX is 12 volt because it's running on 1.2, 1.3. And the cameras are all 12 volts also. I got to check this one because it was actually hooked up when I had something grounded, and I hope I didn't fry it. But one thing I want to say though, I made this is a smoke stopper, and you can pick it up, I think, the directions on how to make it on Bardwell's site. I wonder if that's in focus. But it is a lifesaver. It saved my flight controller for sure. Actually, 3 flight controllers, because I have gone in and out of this thing and I didn't catch it. I had something wired wrong. Actually, the battery, something to do with the battery, and then I had a wire on the video side with the cameras wired backwards, and I was getting, this thing was lighting up, and I was like, where's it at? Because that's what it does when there's a ground in your system without smoking things. So, but anyways, here's a quick overview. Let's see. I have a separate rail for running the servos. Okay. I don't like to run. You can't run things off the board. You cannot. You cannot. You can only run signal wires. This is channel 5 and 6 going to the bus. 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and I'm running on S bus right here. Okay, I haven't made it. I need to make an extension wire for this, which goes to the receiver. Okay, the receiver is going to be up front here. I'm going to conformal coat it to keep it, make it a little bit waterproof, because I don't really want to seal it up, but it is in an area where it could get some water, you know, so whatever. But I need to do that. And then also, I also have a 3-channel camera switcher. There's a camera on the top. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, no, oh yes, I'm sorry. Oh, I do. Oh, yeah, there it is right there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, my Caddx camera. It's on top of my Mobius. Okay, sorry about the mess. It's been just a hassle. But this is the mount for the Mobius. I'm going simple. I was going to do a 2-axis gimbal. I tried it, but a simple BGH and all that, I decided not to go with it because it was 3D printed when 3D printers first came out, the mount, and it was very fragile, so I'm not going to screw with that just yet, but I can see the benefits of it. But I do believe that you can run a type of gimbal through iNav, through the flight controller. That's why I've got 5 and 6 here, so I think I may do that. It's Cam Stab, I think it's called, something like that. Okay, and then what we have here is, let me get my glasses on real quick so I can see what I'm doing. Right here we have, let's see, this is the S bus for the receiver. Okay, this is the telemetry. Is this TX4? You have, most of the flight controllers have the same thing when you're running S bus. It's S bus, positive, negative, and then you have telemetry. Okay, this right here, this is my GPS power. You always want to run the GPS power off of the main board. For some reason, if you tried, I tried it before to run off PDB, the power and not the signal. For some reason, it never picks it up. It's a pain in the booty until I finally figured it out. I was like, what is going on with this thing? And the same thing with the magnetometer. I have a magnetometer on it. It's underneath. I have not soldered it yet because I wanted to do a description. That's the magnetometer wire. That's the compass. This is the GPS wires. I haven't hooked those up yet. I also have a extended cable for hooking up to the computer. Okay, very simple to do. You just you can buy the mini USBs, and it's a wiring thing, big deal, and you make a you know, just an extension. That's what I do. That way it's permanent. You're not messing with any of this. It's all good. Okay. Let's see. Oh, and the board. I'm powering the board itself off of a step down. Okay, there's a step down right there. This step down here runs off the main power, and it goes to my Mobius at 5.5 volts. And it runs to power the flight controller itself. I'm not powering the flight controller off of the PDB. I think I might have heard it right there. One of the traces is broken, so I decided not to mess with that. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, the VCC, which is the that's where you get your voltage reading for your battery itself in your goggles. Mine's going to be also audible on my Tranus. So that's what that is. That runs basically off of your voltage, your main voltage, and that will always give you. And I think there's a scale that you use in order to get the exact voltage. I'm not running a current meter for MAs, so you know I probably could, but I don't really want to mess with it just yet. Okay, now this is the main power board or main bus power. Sorry, and that runs right here. That's the VCC, rail, and power. So actually what I'm doing is the VCC out to the board from the power is running off of an input line that's on my step downs. I use a really good filtered step down, and that's connected to the main power. That's 2 right there. Okay. Also running a capacitor, which helps with any kind of voltage spikes. If there's anything from this massive, I don't really care for the speed controller. 80 amp. In order to get it to work, you have to push a button back here, which I don't like because I got to get up underneath the cowling. I don't like it, but it came with it, so I'm going to use it until I burn it out or it doesn't work, whatever. I also, in previous videos, I'm going to give another description. Of course, there is the 3-way camera switch right there. I'm also running infrared LEDs in the very front. On the bottom, these are infrared for running at night. These right here are just regular LEDs for the regular headlights. That's what those are. And then it has tail lights also, which are right there. Let's see. Of course, there's the VTX. This is a Video Aerial Systems. What's that guy's name? Can't remember his name. And I'm running his antenna, which I heard are really good. And this is a RMRC transmitter. And I do believe it's a US version, but it does have some frequencies I think that most transmitters don't have. And I also have a microphone here that's run into this to get for recording and all, which is pretty cool. I also am running a radio for this is 2-way communication for if I see somebody messing with it, I can say, hey, leave it alone, something like that. I've said that before. So there's the LEDs connections, and the LEDs I'm running them off of the main bus, and this is just kind of like a switch. You don't want them to be on. You want to run it at night. You just pull it. That's all you got to do. That's good. So I made that little thing plug-in switch there. Let's see what else. Oh, these are all the leads. Okay, you've got your steering, okay, which will be 1 because that's on aileron, and then you have the throttle, which is aileron, elevator, throttle. So that's 3. And elevator is probably won't be used for anything. We're the number 2 channel, unless I do something else with it. I was going to do a switch to turn lights on and off, but I'm trying to get it running. I'll do all that stuff later after I do some final checks. But that's about it. It's almost ready to go. One thing I know too is I think this has a BEC, and I was running the BEC from the speed controller to the rail to power it, but I didn't really care for it. I probably could, but I don't know if I think it was kind of glitching things. So I'm just going to I'm going to pull the middle wire, and I'm going to run the negative and the signal to the number 3 on the bus. I got to glue that down still. And then, I seal it off. I'm going to put some tape around it to keep the water out. It's not perfect, but it'll help. And then there's my GPS. You can get these for about $30. This is a GPS magnetometer. I think it's a 8, MN8, NM8. I don't know, it might be a 6, I don't know. But I made my own connector so that I can pull the body off when needed, disconnect everything. And aside from that, I think it is just about ready to go. The camera, which is going to go here, it's just I have a Mobius mount. It's going to go right there. And this is a Caddx, gosh, I can't remember what the name of it is. Not Tarsier. What is it called? I don't know. But it's one of the best FPV cameras. 1200 TVL, whatever, you know. And as far as the frequency, I have a set of Sky Zones goggles, and I have a Maytech 1.3 gig RX, a receiver, so I can run the goggles and just and run it at the same time. Plus, I have a screen on my transmitter if need be. So that's an update. I should have it finished wiring. I gotta wire in the signal wire for the. This is the signal wire for the video transmitter and the camera, which goes what's a video feed goes into the switch. I gotta check the switch to make sure that I don't lose any video quality. I have another one coming that's modern. This one's pretty old. So, and that was one of the things that I definitely burned out because of my cross wire problem. So that's it, and I have some batteries on the way. I have a 4000 there, but that thing is very old, and I think it's seen better days, even though it's new, old stock. So I might have to get some new ones. And that's about it. Almost done.